Okay, everybody, so while I do have a little bit of time, I'm trying to get some recording in for you because I think I've already, hopefully you've seen the video where I explained that September is just going to be a bad month for me. But I wanted to get you an update on this project in particular because well, I love the project and because I wanted to go through some of the things that I have completed. So this is my update for the Throwback 30 project. This is round 5. So the hashtag on this is Throwback 30 PP5. I had it on the screen. All right, this is something that was created by Jessica Lee, and what she had done is she has gone through the PANtastic Ladies Collab page on Facebook, and she's looked at the bajillions of projects that have been in there that have been created by these amazing women and kind of put them together and let us as members vote which ones we'd like to see in this thing. So Throwback 30 is a compilation of the 30 projects that the group has voted on to do for this round, which means we all go in and we pick a prompt from each of those projects if they were prompt based, or pick an item for the project depending on how it was laid out. And then we do updates every month on this. This started July 28th of 2023. Will end July 28th of 2024. This is the second round I participated in. And for me, the easiest thing to do, I put samples in this, you guys. I put everything in at once and I just try and blow through as many as possible. So I'm going to start with what I've finished just because it makes it a little bit easier. And then I'm going to show you what I'm working on. And then I'll show you the basket of things I haven't started yet that are going to end up traveling with me. And that's the reason I pick samples. All right. Everything you need to know to get to the PANtastic Ladies page or to go see Jessica's channel is in the description box down in, you know, it's always there. All right. So let's talk about what I've completed. The first one that I have done is for the project 50 Shades of Purple. So for that, I brought in this old Bath & Body Works. This is an aromatherapy sleep body lotion. This is in lavender vanilla. It was not full, but it is empty. I finally finished this one off. So you're going to see that in the empties. I have nowhere to put these things. Well, all right then. Guess that's how we're playing today. The next one I have is for the project 50 Shades of Yellow or Gold, which is the current 50 Shades project that is going on right now. I am not participating in that one. So for that, I brought in the Bath & Body Works Aromatherapy Sleep Body Lotion in Lavender Chamomile. And I scraped out every single little bit that I could. I love this stuff. This is my favorite of all of the aromatherapy scent. Yeah, see, I can tiny little bit left in there that I'll just put on my hand. Not even enough to cover the back of my hand. This has been long discontinued. I wish they would bring that scent back because it is my favorite of all time. So that one sadly is gone. All right, then the Happy Hour project, which I am doing badly, but I am doing. And I picked Designated Driver, so a water-themed item. For that, I went with this. This was the Laneige Water Bank Blue Hyaluronic Cream Moisturizer. So this was just a 0.33 ounce, 10 milliliter. This is the one. This one. Of all of the Laneige, I like the Laneige stuff. I really do like their stuff. I'm a fan of the brand, but this one is the best cream of theirs. I've used the others also, but my number one, Holy Grail, holding on to that so that I can remember that that's the cream I need to buy, not the other ones, because I do have the other ones. That is completed. Wow. Crazy train. Okay, so the next is Panning Cats and Dogs, a project I am also participating in and doing even worse than the other project. The last one and this one are both by Deb and Danny. I talk about them all the time. So for this, I picked Ragdoll, something that's known for a cat that's known for their blue eyes. Wow. Okay. And this is a blue product. Well, for that, I picked blue packaging, and I went with the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Purifying Foaming Cleanser. This stuff really does foam. Now, with this, because of the way it came out, I didn't have to cut it to get the end of it out. With this, I did because my hands don't work so well. Liquidy products that actually disperse better, I don't have to cut into. This is all said and done. That is a good product. That truly foams. It doesn't just foam, it like bubbles. It is a very interesting feeling, but it is a very nice product. If you're interested in a cleanser, there you go. I have enough. Fresh is still my favorite, so that's not something I'm going to run out and get, but It's a good one. All right, then for Nightmare on Panning Street, I picked Jaws. So this is a water-themed item, and I picked this. This is the Tarte Sea, like SEA, water theme, get it, huh? Wink of H2O, which is also water. This was an eye cream. This is a really good eye cream. I had never ever tried stuff from this line before, and I had a sample of this, and holy moly, I liked it. I liked it a lot. This would definitely be something that I would consider repurchasing at some point. I am not in the market for an eye cream right now, but that's a good one. Okay, then we have got my project, same pan last year, which is still currently going. So I picked Valentine's Day, red, pink, heart-shaped love theme, however. And for that, I picked a pink product. I picked a Mary Kay product. Not only does it have a pink cap, the product itself was originally kind of pinkish in tone, but there was a thing with Mary Kay. Pink has always been the signature color, you know, the pink Cadillac thing. So they used to actually talk about looking at the world through the pink tinted glasses. That was a very Mary Kay thing. So a lot of times when I think pink, that's what I think of. But this was also a very old product, and I needed to get through some of these. So this was one of the toners from the original classic line. Nothing you can get, and you've seen it a million times from me. You'll see more of them, because I think that was the first or second. I don't know. But that one's done. I have more. I'm still working on them. Anyway, for Turn and Burn, what I did is I brought in the Skylar Vanilla Sky perfumes. And I had 4 of them. I went through 2 of them last time. I have gone through this one. And I have gone through this one, which is Vanilla Sky, but I also went through Coconut Grove, so that's a bonus one for you there. Those are going to go in the empties. So that is all 4 of the Vanilla Sky samples that I had for Turn and Burn. So that's a completed one. Then Women Who Rock. I picked Helen Reddy, and they have her song, I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar. So a product that gives you confidence. For that, because I did not think this was a good product for me until a stranger commented on it, I brought in 2 of the La Vie Belle samples from Lancome, which I just got another one of. I think this is a little bit too strong for me, maybe mature for me. I don't know. I like the sweet, really super sweet stuff normally. My taste in perfume tends to run about that of, I would say, a 14-year-old girl. I like the sweet stuff. I just can't help it. But since I have gotten complimented on this, I am very confident wearing this out in public and like maybe a dressy dinner or something like that. But for the purposes of this project, I brought in 2 of these, and I've completed the first one. I do still have the second one. So that goes back into the pile, but that is everything I have finished. Now, there's stuff I'm working on, so I'm going to show you where I'm at with some of this, just so you can see some progress. So the first one that I am currently working on is in progress, is for 50 Shades of Green. So for that, I brought in this. You can't tell what that is. This is a sample of the Tony Moly Watermelon Dew All Over Serum. I like this. I can take or leave Tony Moly products for the most part. They've got some good sheet masks. I like those. But I don't know a lot about the rest of their stuff. This I really like. It smells like watermelon. Okay, so it smells like kind of like sweet watermelon, like more of the candy scented than the, well, I don't know. It smells like a watermelon to me. I like this. It feels good. It is super moisturizing. So it is a white base. It's a creamy thing. It's not a complete liquid serum. It's got a little bit more viscosity to it. But I'm really enjoying it. And that would be something I would consider in the future. So you'll see that in the empties next month. Then we have got Child of the 80s. So Blockbuster, a discontinued item. Well, I brought in some of the Mary Kay stuff again. This is the Body Care Buffing Cream. I have a couple of these in. This is the one I think I'm working on. I may be wrong. I may have grabbed the wrong bottle. But either way, this one of them is being worked on. I think it's this one. I don't know. You'll see them eventually. All right, then for Color Pan, which is a project I did participate in and then had to stop. But this is one of Misty's projects, and I do love this. So it could be anything from ColourPop or their sister brands. I decided to bring in a Super Shock Shadow Yeah, that almost didn't come out right. This is in Peekaboo. Now, I put this in with the gold to finish, and let's be realistic, that's not going to happen because it's me and I'm crazy. But I do have pan in this, you guys. And I have been using it, and it's gorgeous. I love it. I should have grabbed a wipe. We're going to have to do that because, you know. But I just wanted to let you know that, yes, I am working on it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can really not. You can't really see it too well on my hand. It is right there. It's hard to tell. It is a great topper shade. It has like just kind of smoothed out and elevated some looks for me. It is gold, but it is not so gold that it really super changes the color of what you're wearing. It just kind of shines it up and gives it a little bit of zhuzh. So we are enjoying that one. I'm glad I decided to put it in here because that's a really handy have around shade. You know what I mean? Because of course that sentence made sense. Anyway, so then Day of the Dead is the next project. This is the project by Jen and Kim, and this is the one where they are double prompts. I decided that I was going to put in number 2. 2A is pink. So I'm doing another one of these toners, but I don't have that one done yet. It's on the docket, don't worry. And then it's actually in the bucket of I haven't started that. But then 2B is Celebration, an item that you celebrate because it works amazing for you. And that is my Fresh Soy Face Cleanser, which is my holy grail of cleansers. And as you can see, it's in the 2B thing. It is getting down there. That will be an empty for you next month also, and that's why I wanted to show it to you. All right, then Lip Service. Any lip product. I brought in this baby sample of the Gwen Stefani brand Give. This is the Anaheim Shine lipstick in Stomp Box. And it is a little one. I mean, you can see where the plastic is. There's not a ton left. I think I've gone through quite a bit of it, but I'm not sure exactly how much because I didn't mark it on anything. No, I didn't mark it on anything. But that's the shade right there, and it actually would go quite well with what I'm wearing today. Should I put some of that on? Let's not leave it all the way rolled up, though. This is a good neutral for me, and I do wear it quite frequently, so I am enjoying that. That is into completion. All right. Then, size matters. Pick a big, bulky, or awkward palette to pan. We don't pan. All right. So I picked the Glam Light Donut, which is the one that Danny is actually panning for her Pan That palette this year. I am, okay, there are the colors. I am doing this 2 times each on these shades, so that's what I wrote on my Post-it note. So far, I have used, okay, let's see if I can do this without making a mess. I've used Jelly once. I've used So Sweet once. I have used, oh geez, Glazed, which is the center shade, the big light one. And then, well, okay, let's just swatch these for you because I'm going to need more fingers. Okay, so those are the first 3. That center shade is just a pretty shiny. I really do like Glazed. It's a very, very pretty shade. Okay. And then I did the sparklies. We got Strawberry and Grape. So, as you may have guessed, there's a bit of a theme going on there for what I did. I've used each of those shades once. I need to get my button gear. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those are the ones that I have on my hand. Okay, so we're still working on that. I don't want to bring this with me, so I kind of need to get it together and get using those shades a bit more. The thing is I tend to grab those with other things. I don't do a full look out of them. Yeah, that's my fault. All right, then that's expensive. The most expensive thing that I have, okay, maybe not, but one of the more expensive things that I had, I figured out cost per ounce on this, was the Killian perfume. This is, geez Louise, this is Love Don't Be Shy. And this is a 0.05 ounce product. So it's a little bit bigger than the 0.4s. You can see where I am. I do not have a whole lot of it left, but I have been using it. I figured the reason I put this in is I figured out the price per ounce, and it is $161.75 per ounce. That's really freaking expensive. I actually do like this. It is very nice. Yeah, I have expensive taste. What can I say? Okay, then we have tiny pans. So this is a palette with tiny pans. That's kind of self-explanatory. So I brought in one of the freebie Lancome palettes. This is one of the color design palettes. This one is Parisian style. You did see this in my eyes project. I took this with to Vegas, and I have gotten some use on it. So my goal for this is to, at a minimum, hit pan in each of the 5 shades. They're very subtle. They're very light, except for the brown. The brown is nice and dark. I'm going to try and swatch on the hand. The first one you may not be able to see because it's dang near a setting shade for me. Actually, a lot of these are hard to see. Okay. Yeah, you can see how light that is, but that's a good set the eyeshadow base. And then we've got a sparkly pink, a little hard to see, a gorgeous, it almost looks khaki on my hand, but when I put it on my eyes, I get a little bit more of a taupey color. And then there's a really pretty sparkly gold, which is a rose gold color, and then the nice deep dark brown. That's a solid brown, you guys. That is a nice color. So I have used every shade. I have used every shade more than once. The goal is to hit pan on all of those shades. That's achievable. I never did get to finish. I tried to complete one. I completed a few shades out of it, but I couldn't complete the entire thing. I am just not an eyeshadow penner. I have too many. That is the way my life works. All right. That I get bored and I want to play with different things. The last thing that I'm going to talk about for what is in use in this project is for the Zodiac Project Pan. I cheated on this because I have the Zodiac Signs palettes from Saints, Angels, Sinners. So I have palettes 1 and 3, I think. Yeah, I think so. And so I'm just doing them as no pan left behind. I haven't started on 3, but I have done some of the ones from 1. And they're all of the Zodiac Signs palettes. The shades are labeled by the same name because they are the names of the Zodiac signs. So I know it gets a little confusing. That's why I put the post-it in each one. So in this one, we have done Aries, we have done Libra, and we have done Scorpio. And those are the shades that are truly, well, Leo isn't very me either, but I mean, you kind of get a good rainbow going on there. And these shades are not my normal go-to shades. So those are the 3 of them. But there's some punch here. I talk about Saints, Angels, Sinners, and I tell you guys how much I like their stuff. That's why. We got some punchy stuff going on here. There's some good quality shimmers in here. And every shade in this palette and in 3 is like that. That is what these palettes are made for. So that is where I am with everything I am working on. My goal is to hit all these shades, get all this done, because I don't want to travel with those. And I think everything else I can pretty much travel with, but we do then still have my other perfume. These are the ones that I haven't yet started working on for this project. So we've got a buffing cream, a lip thing, some day and night cream, another perfume, a lip mask, the usual. So not too bad. I mean, this is all the stuff that I haven't started yet. That's not horrible. I've gotten a few out here today, so I'm happy with that. That is everything, I think, for the project that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, that's 20 minutes of me yapping. I should shut up. So let's move to the music moment. Now, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I was kind of thinking, well, Throwback 30, what about going back like 30 years? And, oh, geez, Louise, I shouldn't mess with my hair. And I didn't want to get that specific. But what I did want to do is I wanted to bring in... I'm bringing you a band this time, okay? And the reason that I'm bringing you the band is because what I know them from is from their first couple of albums where they did covers. I know, it sounds confusing. It's truly not. So I am bringing you the Detroit Cobras. I will link whatever I can in the description box. Hopefully they just have a page or they have it as a topic or something. But these guys were an American garage rock band. They're from the Detroit area. They have had numerous lineup changes, but essentially the band was formed in 1994 by the guitarist Steve Shaw, guitarist Marty Ramirez, bassist Jeff Meyer, drummer Vic Hill, and then the singer Rachel Nagy. Now, Nagy and Mary Ramirez. Did I say Marty? I'm sorry. Guitarist Mary Ramirez. Rachel Nagy and Mary Ramirez are the two that I think had consistently stayed in the band. They did do a lot of touring. They played a ton around the Detroit area. Even if they weren't touring, they would still play a few gigs a year, but they would stick a little bit closer to home. They were set to go on in a tour, but then the pandemic hit, so that kind of got dropped. Unfortunately, the lead singer, Rachel Nagy, did pass away in January of 2022. So that kind of put the kibosh on them touring. They did do a show with the guest vocalist after that, and then I want to say that they've done at least one like tribute show, and I knew they were planning another, but I don't know that it's happened yet or not, but they had gotten such positive response for that. Now, I want to talk a little bit about their first couple albums. So the first album they did was Mink, Rabbit, or Rat, and that was 1998. And then the second album is Life, Love, and Learning, and pretty much I think everything, not pretty much, I think all of it. Everything on those two albums, with a couple of changes because you had a female lead singer, so occasionally there were some lyric changes or whatever, but it was stuff from the 50s and 60s. Now, the song Bad Man, there was an exception. Their version of Bad Man, which was written by Greg Cartwright in the mid-90s, they did as Bad Girl. Just, like I said, female singer, so they did change pronouns on some things. Now, in 2001, they were one of the 13 Michigan-based bands featured on Jack White's Sympathetic Sounds of Detroit compilation, and they did the Otis Redding song Shout Bamalama, which is a great cover of the song, in my opinion. If I can actually find that, I will link it specifically, but otherwise I'm going to just try to get you to their page. Now, I'm not sure exactly why I love this band so much. This is something my dad turned me on to, and I just really like their covers. I thought the band was cool. I love the garage rock sound, which you well know. I liked the idea that they were an intentional cover band, but not a tribute band. And it wasn't like a band starting out, so we're playing covers of other things so that people like enjoy the music. They didn't actually do an original song until like their fourth album or something like that. They intentionally took all of these great classic rock and hits and they just put their own sound to it. I mean, yeah, I guess they definitely had their own distinct sound, and it wasn't necessarily psychedelic, but it definitely had kind of a 60s garage rock sound. So I think that is the reason that I love the band. And so I am just bringing you the band because if you never heard any of their stuff, obviously there will not be new stuff because Rachel's gone. I honestly think the stuff with Rachel is still the best. Just saying, I don't know what the band is going to do. I think the band with her is the way that I will always remember the band, and that's the sound that I love. So that is what I am giving to you. I hope you enjoyed our little throwback musically. I will link stuff in the description box. You can get to the PANtastic Ladies. You can get to Jessica. You can find some Detroit Cobras stuff. Go give them a listen, guys. If you have a favorite song or if you noodle around on their page, come back and tell me what you liked in the comments because I'm sure there is something that is pretty much for everybody out there by then. All right, until next time, thank you for giving me some of your time. I truly do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. See ya. Bye.